Okay, today we're doing the struts on the Toyota Prius to help with towing. We have the 1.25" hitch, and it's maxed out with the pop-up camper there. And I was getting into the struts on the front, and I thought, you know what, let's get into the struts on the back. And reading around, some people are changing over the springs to help the back from squatting so much. And in one post, I can leave a link in the description on Prius chat, they did recommend to go ahead and use the 2009 Pontiac Vibe front wheel drive rear struts. I think that's what they're called. It's this with the spring and all that, the full assembly. So that's what you see here, right here. And if you notice, this is the Prius version that I took out. It's a little bit, this top portion's a little bit shorter, just a hair. But one other difference is this may be a little bit more heavy duty spring, or it looks like it may be possibly loaded more. And also the piston itself, it's thicker. Now where it attaches to the vehicle is the same on the top and the bottom, so it'll fit, and the length is the same. So it looks to be just a little bit more heavy duty. And in fact, where I saw this information, the person bought them online. I think it was eBay. I bought the Duralast. I went all the way to the distributor last night, and I paid up for this one because I got to get this done before the weekend, like next weekend. But there was 8 coils, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the internet posting. It wasn't a video, but a person had, and if you're that person, here's a video. I saw your information, and I'm going ahead and doing it on my car. But these are both 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly 6. So I think it may not really matter, because as long as that load is the same, I don't think it matters. So it has to do with how hard it's pushing, and there's metal in between. So that's one of the features. And the other, like I was saying, is how thick this is. This is definitely thicker than that. So I'm thinking that possibly it's going to get a little more resistance. Now, this car was not designed for this, but you see all kinds of off-road modding where that's okay. So this is just going to be from the Pontiac Vibe or the Toyota Matrix front wheel drive. Now I just wanted to talk a little bit. You'll see something like this every once in a while. This is the all-wheel drive one, and this is totally different. This will not work. If you get the 2009 all-wheel drive, this is smaller than that. It will not hook up. The bolt will not go through. It's shorter by a lot. So yeah, no. So these are going back. That's what I originally ordered, because I had read a few postings saying that they're taking the spring from that and putting it on these. And it's a beefier spring. You can see it's heavier duty. It would be nice to have. Like I say, I'll leave a link in the description to this posting on Prius chat. But that person had a spring assembly like this skew, but the spring looked a little bit more like this. It wrapped around 8 times. So I go to AutoZone, I go to Duralast, and I have about 6. So it's up to you. They got a lot better deal. They were going to have to wait for it. I waited. It was at least a week for those. I couldn't wait on this, so I went and bought them. I think the loading is going to be the same. So I have this one off. I'm going to go ahead and install this. We have a measurement. I'm going to show that, I guess, now, or maybe it was already shown in the video, but we're going to show a measurement of me jumping on the Prius with these old shocks. I have that video already. I'll edit this video so you'll see that. And then we're going to jump on it with this new one and see if it's loaded differently. We're going to see if it sits higher, because that's what we want. We want another inch or 2, and we want it to where when we go over bumps, it handles it and it doesn't look like it's going to bottom out. So on with the show. there. So that's how much power you really need. So on the other side, I just pulled the bolt out, and it took about this much torque, that much on the speed controller to get that bolt out. So I have this other side, I'm putting it back in. I have new shock going in, and so I'm going to put it in at that same torque setting, but in forward instead of reverse, and then I'll check it with the torque wrench. So of course, for this type of job, you could use a tree of these metric impact sockets, an impact wrench, and a torque wrench. Get the right torque. I can leave a link in the description to some of these things. So we do tow a smaller camper. This is actually at the high limit of what that hitch will handle. It's 1,200 pounds, and the tongue weight is like 160. It was like 200 and some, and I put this tray on the back, and I put the air conditioner, and it lightened the tongue weight a bit. You don't want to overdo it because it'll start swaying. But 10 to 15%, and I'm at about 10. So that's why we did the struts. Anyway, if you're looking to tow, I hope this video helped you. Always remember, you can shop at my eBay store, GB Hatchery. I sell all kinds of used clothes on the internet, on eBay. I'll leave a link in the description. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.